Your backtest is only as good as your data. Use bad data, you get bad results. Use the wrong data, you think a strategy works when it doesn't. In the last video, I showed you how to build a backtest from scratch. Today, I'm showing you where to get the data. 5 sources, free and paid, stocks, options, and futures. By the end, you'll know exactly which source to use for your specific strategy. And I'll show you the one mistake that makes 90% of backtests worthless. Source number 1. Yfinance. This is where most people start, and honestly, for basic stock backtesting, it's all you need. It pulls data from Yahoo Finance. It's free. No API key required. Just pip install yfinance. 3 lines of code, and you have daily open, high, low, close, and volume for any stock going back 20+ years. It handles splits and dividends automatically. You can pull multiple tickers at once. You can get weekly or monthly data. The code is simple. Import yfinance as YF. Data equals yf.download SPY start equals 2019-01-01. Done. But yfinance has limits. No intraday data below 1 hour. The 1-minute data only goes back 7 days. No options chains history. No futures. And Yahoo can rate limit you if you pull too much too fast. It also occasionally has data gaps or errors. For a simple stock backtest with daily bars, yfinance is perfect. For anything more advanced, you need the next sources. Source number 2. Vantage. Free API with a key. Go to alphavantage.co, sign up, get your key in 30 seconds. The free tier gives you 25 requests per day. That's enough to pull daily data for 25 stocks. They have stocks, forex, crypto, and some economic indicators. The data quality is solid. Here's the code. Import requests. URL equals the API endpoint with your key, the ticker, and the function. Response equals requests.get URL data equals response.json, then parse it into a pandas data frame. The downside. 25 requests per day on the free tier is tight. If you're scanning 500 stocks, that's 20 days of pulling data. The paid tier is $75 a month for 75 requests per minute. For most people, yfinance is faster and easier for stocks. Vantage shines when you need forex or crypto data, or when you need a more reliable API for production code. Source number 3. FRED, the Federal Reserve Economic Data. This is the one nobody talks about in trading tutorials, but every serious quant uses. FRED has over 800,000 data series. Interest rates, inflation, unemployment, GDP, yield curves, VIX history, consumer sentiment, all free, all going back decades. The code is simple. Pip install FredAPI, import FRED. FRED equals FRED with your API key. Data equals FRED.getSeries, quote, VIX, close quote. That gives you the full VIX history in 1 line. Why does this matter for backtesting? Because the best strategies use market context. In our Iron Condor backtests, filtering by VIX level changed the results by thousands of dollars. Low VIX was not safe. Medium VIX was best. You can't test that without VIX data. FRED gives you that and 800,000 other series. It's the macro data layer that sits underneath your price data. Source number 4. DoltHub. This is the one I use for options backtesting on this channel. DoltHub is like GitHub but for databases. People publish entire databases that you can clone, query, and use. There's a dataset called options-EOD that has end-of-day options data for thousands of stocks going back years. Every strike, every expiration, Greeks, implied volatility, open interest. This is the data I use to backtest iron condors, credit spreads, strangles, butterflies, every options strategy on this channel. To use it, install Dolt, clone the database, then query it with SQL or export to CSV. The learning curve is steeper than yfinance. You need to understand basic SQL and how options chains are structured. But once you have it set up, you have millions of rows of options data for free. The code on this channel uses MySQL to query it. Select star from options where ticker equals SPY and expiration equals your target date. That gives you every strike, every Greek for that expiration. Source number 5, ThetaData. This is the paid option, and it's worth mentioning because it fills a gap nothing else does. Intraday options data. 1-minute bars on options contracts. If you're backtesting 0 DTE strategies, intraday iron condors, or anything that needs to know what happened during the trading day, not just at the close, you need this. I used ThetaData for the 0 DTE backtests on this channel. It's about $30 a month for the standard plan. The data quality is excellent, clean, consistent, and fast. You pull it through their Python API, load it into a data frame, and you're backtesting within minutes. If you're serious about options backtesting, especially anything intraday, this is the gold standard. For stock-only backtests, you don't need it. yfinance and DoltHub cover you. Let me put it all together. Here's which source to use for what. Stock backtests with daily data, use yfinance. It's free, fast, and good enough for 90% of strategies. Need forex or crypto, use Vantage. Need macro data, VIX, or interest rates for filters, use Fred. Options backtesting, use DoltHub for end of day, or Options DX for cleaned historical chains. Intraday options or 0 DTE, use ThetaData. Most people watching this should start with yfinance and add Fred for filters. That combination is free and covers most strategies. Now, the mistake that ruins 90% of backtests: survivorship bias. Here's what it means. You test a strategy on Apple, Amazon, Google, Netflix, and Tesla. It works on all 5. You think you found a winning strategy, but you only tested stocks that survived and thrived. You didn't test Enron. You didn't test Lehman Brothers. You didn't test the hundreds of stocks that went bankrupt or delisted. If your strategy only works on stocks that went up, you don't have a strategy. You have hindsight bias dressed up as data. How to fix it? Test on the full SP 500 as it existed at the time, not as it exists today. Or test on an ETF like SPY, where the survivorship bias is baked into the index itself. When I backtested RSI2 on 500 stocks, 84% were profitable. That number would have been higher if I had only tested today's SP 500 instead of the actual historical constituents. Survivorship bias inflates your results, every time. If you remember one thing from this video, remember to test on data that includes the losers. You now have 5 data sources: free and paid, stocks, options, macro, and futures. Next video in this series, I'll show you how to backtest RSI2 on 500 stocks. The strategy that made 84% of stocks profitable, the full code walkthrough. Subscribe so you don't miss it. And if you haven't built your first backtest yet, go watch the previous video first. Link in the description. Data doesn't lie, but only if you're using the right data.